Here we are at 3 o'clock on the 5th of June. Lovely sunny day. It's a good angle to look at the plot from here. Let's have a look around today. What have we got? Herbs have all finished flowering, most of them. Butterflies are absolutely amazing today on that woodlea. Must be about 30 peacocks on there today. Absolutely beautiful. A bit windy. My dad's shed. Cucumbers are looking fantastic. Tomatoes, I don't think they're really strong enough. They're not as strong as they are in the greenhouse. And the red alert I use for experiment to try inside, don't think work really. They're much better outside. So next year all the red alert are going to go outside. The French beans, Cobra and Blue Lake have just literally been amazing. First time I've grown French beans there. I think first time they've ever been grown there in 50 years, and they've done fantastic. I put some spinach underneath. When I put it in other places it doesn't do brilliantly well, but every time I put it here, exactly the same place, it does really well. There's next year's perennials for the garden. Some beauties there, all of them grown from seed. This is where the broad beans were. I've put loads of seeds in here: coriander, winter spinach, escargot carrots. They probably need to be watered. I planted them a couple of days ago, some spare leeks and some lettuces. I'll do that in a bit. Just a couple of the beetroot left. Red alert doing good, leeks doing good, musselburgh. Lettuce needs picking. Squash gone mad. Sweet corn swift. They're doing okay. Cobs have started to come on them now. So nowhere near ready. Runner beans, exceptional. Moonlight, cross between a French bean and a runner bean. Self-pollinating. Literally don't stop. Every day you can pick some. You come back the next day and there's some more and you never know where they come from. More red alert, defender, doing well. Need to pick that. More sweet corn behind me. The variety is Seville. These look a lot bigger, a lot sturdier than Swift. And I've seen these at a National Trust place last year, and the cobs were massive. So I have to give it a go. This is the one I can never pronounce. Is it Trombocino or something like that? Well, I've tied them up to there. They should grow over the pergola, and the fruit is a combination. I think it's between a courgette and a squash. Not quite sure exactly what they are. Just prune the peach trees there. It's a jungle in the greenhouse. Needs pruning really, but for so many tomatoes in there, I better do it sooner rather than later. Otherwise they won't be turning red, I don't think. Chilies underneath are good. Onions were exceptional this year. That's the last of them. I've got the rest at home drying out. Winter cabbage, a few holes in them, Brussels sprouts, but they're fine. I pulled all the tender stem up, didn't like them. Pretty rubbish, I thought. Quite tough. So I'm going to put some winter cabbage in there. Purple sprouting good. One tiny little bit of it, we had some last week, I think. It was a bit early, but the rest of it seems to be okay. Spinach looks light green to me. Usually it's dark green. It's the same variety. I don't know why it's dark green. These were a bit of a mess. Red cabbage. I left them under little nets. They looked like they were dying, but I've sprayed them with an organic spray, fed them, and it looks like they're recovering a bit now, so I'm going to leave them for a few weeks, see what happens. This is the experimental bed. Why I say that is the parsnips I thinned out at the back and I planted them again at the front. So I'm going to see if they come out straight. If they do, then every year I thin the parsnips out. I'm just going to replant them again, but we'll have to wait and see first. Spring onions. What I've done is sometimes when you put spring onions out, they don't do very well. So what I've done, I've trimmed the roots and I've trimmed the tops off just to see if it works. It probably won't, but just to see if it works and if it helps them grow a bit stronger. We'll see. Welsh leeks, Welsh onions. These are the ones that are perennial. If they're happy, they will drop the heads down and reroot and carry on, and you'll have lots of big clumps. So I'm going to leave them for a couple of years and hopefully they'll take on. I've put all the wood chip down today here. I don't like using wood chip because after about 2 or 3 years it just turns into dirt and then the badgers start digging it all up looking for worms. But I want to do something to this area next year, and I thought if the wood chip, or when it rots down, it might add a little bit to the soil. As long as it's rotted down enough, should be alright. It makes it look tidier as well. Parsnips looking pretty big. I think they're going to be nice and big and straight. Carrots, in that tub they're doing fantastically. Not so good in that one. Is it because they're smaller, or because I don't know, darker, shadier? I don't know. These buddleias have been doing absolutely amazing as well. They're smaller varieties, so they're very good for an allotment, very good for this little space. You don't have to keep pruning them back. The purple one is Black Knight and the yellow one is Buddleia globosa. Look fantastic together, attract the butterflies and the bees, and extremely manageable. Right, on the fruit plot where the new shed is, potatoes have just been the best ever. Peas at the back, not brilliant. Next year I'm growing a different variety, and I put them in a bit late as well, and they're a bit spindly when I did. So they're alright. We've got a few in the freezer, but not that many. Potatoes though, fantastic. All that's left is half a row of Charlotte and the rest are Picasso, which I've never had before, but all the older gardeners keep telling me to grow them. So let's wait and see. I moved these courgettes because they were behind there, just to give a bit more space and everything. And the one at the back struggling a bit, but they'll be alright. And hopefully when the other courgettes are finished, they'll take their place. Grass is growing well in the little orchard, full of miniature apple trees. Lots of different varieties here, including Laxton Superb, Blenheim Orange, Discovery, Rosette, Bloody Ploughman, Sunset, and a few others I can't think of. Beauty of Bath, a few others as well. The grass is taking on now. Might have a wild flower area in a couple of years. Get some yellow rattle, plant it. If it works, then might be able to put some flowers in there as well, wild flowers. These were just a trial, just to see if the soil was alright and everything. They were just spares. They're planted very late, so they're not going to do that good. But the squash are doing really good actually. There's a pretty big one on there already. Sweet peas here as well. But next year I'm just going to grass it all over. So from the hazel bushes all the way to the end to the fence, it's all going to be grass. It's going to be like a little orchard. I might even put a little fence up to separate it. So I think that's about it for today. Speak to you next time. Bye bye.